Hey, beloveds. Some of you may not know this, but before I was voted #3 psychic medium in the world, I was a librarian. Yep, I was a school librarian. I worked in different schools and even colleges. Being a librarian was one of the best things that I did at 28, and I was one of the youngest. So let me share with you my latest passion project. This is something that I has been in the years making because I've been trying to figure out how can I bring my love for tarot, my love for all things woo, and my love for books and being a librarian. Guess what? Self-indulgence is it. It is your opportunity to share and have a wellness date with yourself. What's a wellness date? Guess what, beloved? This is deserved time that you make in your calendar for your wellness. And so self-indulgence is where you get self-time. You make a date with yourself and your shelf. So let me explain a little more. You know how you always say you wish you had time to read more books, so you started audiobooks, but then you even don't have time for that? What about that writing time, that journaling time that you wish you could do every single weekend or when the moon was full, but you just don't have the time? Or what about the sense of community, of sisterhood, a book club? What about if I could share all of that with you and more? This is a better book club. Why? Because not only will you get time to journal and write, you'll get time to sit and actually read. And you can have tea time, the story time, adult story time with me. Remember, I did say I was a librarian, and story time was one of my favorite things, as well as making up games. I used to make up games for my students from young to older on the Dewey Decimal or Who Wrote This? All kinds of fun games that I can't wait to share with you inside Self-Indulgence. Because you know, I could nerd out on the latest book list or a classic like Jambalaya or even the latest book here, or even a tomb full of stories. Books feed us. They support us, they teach us, and they transform us. And that's why becoming a librarian was so important to me. And you know, I've got to admit, even myself, I've lost the track. I've lost that time. I lost reading like I used to, getting lost in another world or going on an adventure or learning something new. And that's why I created this, because I needed the time too. So self-indulgence, again, as I shared, is your opportunity to write, to journal, to really connect in with yourself. I'll be sharing all different writing prompts as well as probing questions to incite and inspire your intuition, as well as sharing tarot and oracle. And of course, I'll be sharing book recommendations so you can diversify yourself and learn some new authors from all around the world. See, I know that reading is fundamental, but did you know that reading also boosts your intuition? It's a sensory experience. It engages all of your senses and takes you into an imaginary world. Isn't that kind of like your intuition? So join us now for self-indulgence. There's 3 different ways you can join, and I know one of them is perfect for you. So you can make a date with yourself and your shelf.